hold on a sec. Hold on. Okay. Perfect. We're going to be in my bed because I am on a mission to make YouTube casual. Because we've talked about making Instagram casual and we've talked about how we need to like lessen the pressure of being perfect on social media, but I really don't think that that applies to YouTube at all. Ever since the idea of like a YouTuber has come into play, the fact that you can make a career out of this entire website that just isn't that just encourages people just to upload videos. I feel like discourages regular people from uploading videos just for fun because if you're not uploading a video to gain subscribers, then like are you like what's the purpose, you know? Personally it'd be really cool if people would like subscribe to this, but ultimately I would just like to just speak. So I thought about going down down from my bed and not speaking, but we're just going to make this very casual. I don't have the energy and I'm just going to speak from my bed. So I took myself out on a date and that was really fun. The drive wasn't like, oh, I need to take myself out. I'm going to look really good for myself. I got into a fight with my boyfriend. I did. And I was like, forget it. I'm not going to wait for a guy to make me feel like special and valuable and wait for like us to go on a date because we're long distance. I'm not going to wait for that moment. Like I'm going to take myself out. I'm going to take myself out. It'll be a good time cuz I'm a good time. And it's been a while since I put like date night level effort into a day of me being alone. And I wanted to show myself that I was special. So hence why I took myself out on a date. I'm an introvert, so arguably anytime I go out, I like view that as a date. Because it's like that's my mode of entertainment is just to go out and do whatever I like, and that's what you do on dates. Is like you make an effort to go out together and you do things together, and I just happen to do them alone all the time. So I went to this beautiful, beautiful spot in my downtown of my college town. I'm not saying the town that I'm at, but like I don't want to mention my college town, so anytime I talk about my location, it's going to be really vague because of that one time that my aunt told me to not say that I was alone in public. I'm saying that I'm alone, but I'm just not saying where. Anyways, I took myself out to this very beautiful spot. It was not that beautiful. I took myself out to a downtown restaurant that was a very, very beautiful restaurant. But my downtown, I don't think, is very beautiful. But the street lights that run along the street of where this restaurant is was very beautiful. I love when downtowns, typically around the holidays, decorate their cities. Like, why is that actually? When did that start? And when did everybody start catching on? I just think it's the most beautiful thing. But as I started walking downtown, I got really nervous. I was like, oh my God, I really am like alone. Anybody could just come up out of nowhere. And I don't have any more pepper spray because my pepper spray can thing fell off. And so I just haven't bought a new one because I'm that cheap. I don't want to spend $12 again. I need to get a new one. But I was like, ever since I've taken self defense, I have been so hyper aware. They like this is like the first day that the of my word. The first day you get into self defense, they're gonna tell you be aware. Like that's the first step of just making sure that you can defend yourself. It's just knowing your surroundings. So ever since then, I have been too aware of my surroundings. Like I'm almost a little bit disturbed by how much I can peep everything that's going on. So like if a man is walking behind me, I'm like, do I remember what I need to do if he like comes up beside next to me and like puts me in a chokehold? I don't think I do. Like every single thought I have is related to like, what if he comes and like stabs me quickly? I it's just terrifying. Um anyways, so I was walking downtown and you know, some people are like, it feels so good to be out. It does not feel that good. It just feels a little bit awkward. But that's fine. It's fine. Well, I wasn't, yeah. Anyways, so I walk into this space, the beautiful restaurant, And when people ask like how many and you're like one, I instantly was like, let me just be really confident about it. I feel like I had a little bit of nerves taking myself out on a date, but I was like, let me just be really, really confident and just be like, yeah, table for one. And I feel like you know how Beyonce has Sasha Fierce? She tells every everybody who asks like, Sasha Fierce, who is that? She's like, well, Beyonce. Me as Beyonce, I'm really shy, but Sasha Fierce is like my performer alter ego. She's the person who I become when I like need to perform and have to gain the confidence. But in real life, like I'm a little bit shy. And you can tell like Beyonce's a shy person. She's not somebody who's very much like out there unless she's like working or performing. And I feel like I do the same exact thing when I'm in public alone. I feel like I turn into this person who like knows who knows things and who knows how to present themselves. And like anytime I'm like super alone, I want to come off very sure of myself. How many? I was like, table for one. Thanks. Sat down, was recording things very confidently. I was kind of surprised because I was a little bit nervous to be going out on a date by myself at like I think it was a Japanese sake place, because like it's more acceptable for you to be alone when you're at like a cafe or a coffee shop. You just expect to see people who have a table for one there. But like a nicer space is a little bit nerve-wracking because you're like, yeah, it's me, I didn't get stood up, I voluntarily put myself here. But I don't know, I also kind of had to talk myself into like you're paying for this product and you just so happen to be sitting in a space where other people are, and it doesn't mean that other people are like going to look at you at all. Like every insecurity that you have when you're out in public by yourself is in your head. Even if strangers are thinking that you're sad and like they're thinking the absolute worst about you, that is completely in your head. It's in their heads. And no, it's not going to cause any sort of like real impact on your life. Whatever your experience is when you're out alone, um, is your business. So I had to keep telling myself that, like, it's just your business. Like, people are not looking at you for real. But I had the most beautiful time. After I like let go of like, this is my business, like I'm paying to be here, it was great. I ordered the oh my gosh, when she asked like what drink do you want, I said a cherry blossom and I didn't read that it was on the rocks. I am shaking my head because I clearly drove there alone and I am 5 foot. So, like, me ordering a drink that's on the rocks, who am I? Like, what am I trying to do? Sorry, I had to reposition. Anyways, I haven't even mentioned what I ordered there. I ordered crab. I forgot what it was, but oh man, I wish I'd taken note. I have no idea what this appetizer was, but I wanted to try something new, so I did, and I got like crab legs. So interesting. I have come to the conclusion that I do not like crab meat. It's just, there's something about the taste that just tastes a little bit too fresh for me. A little bit too much like, oh, this animal fully just straight up passed away and I'm like I don't want to taste that in my mouth. I don't want to taste the recent decay. But not saying like it tasted bad in the way that like this restaurant prepared it badly, but just for my taste, I don't think I can do it. I do like seafood, but that crab just, I don't know. It was very beautifully presented though. I will give them that. Another thing that I can't remember anything. I got this beautiful little I got this beautiful little sushi thing plate. It was really pretty. I cannot remember what I got. I'm so sorry. Not that anybody needs to know. Not that anybody cares. But I got this nice little meal and I had a good time there. I I was planning on um like ordering my meal and then maybe like doing something on my phone. I think I was going to listen to a podcast or something, but it feels super inappropriate to be at this super nice place and then to pop my AirPods in and to like play on my phone a little bit. It just felt like that just wasn't the time. And not that anybody cares, you know? Like it's my money that I am utilizing for food and it doesn't matter if I'm on my AirPods or not. But it just felt off, the idea of like putting cafe and like coffee time behavior into a like a nicer place. So I just kind of sat and like watched their restaurant culture and that like what they were doing. It seemed like a new employee was hired and he was being taught how to make certain dishes, which was super interesting. So I did that thing where I was kind of like looking but not trying to make it known, but like it was so obvious that I was looking because I wasn't looking at anything else. I was barely on my phone. But also I just liked enjoying the moment. Also, I looked up at the wall randomly when I was getting I got a little bit tipsy. I could feel myself like getting intense brain fog. I looked I looked up from my seat up into the wall and I saw that there was a skateboard that was shaped like what is that called? Soy sauce. And I was like, that's the coolest thing on earth. And I feel like a little bit of liquid courage, I guess. And I almost out loud asked the workers because they were right in front of me. Like that's the thing is like they place you at this little table that's right in front of the workers. I don't know if the workers are cool with that because like they didn't make conversation with me. They didn't look at me. Like everything was very awkward. But I almost straight up asked them and I was like, "Hey, it's so embarrassing. Hey, that thing is cool. Where'd you guys?" I probably wouldn't have said that. I probably would have just been like, I love that skateboard or something dumb or ask them about their lives. Every time I get a little bit of alcohol in me, I get like, my fiance can attest to this. I just get the courage to just speak on all of my curiosities. I know that other people do too, but it's just the most annoying thing because it reminds me of like a tiny little like kindergartner who just like asks these like in not inappropriate questions, but just these questions that you're like, just wait till you develop a conscience and just wait till your filter like blocks all of those things out. Because when you get drunk, at least me, when I get a little bit of a drink inside me, that just like goes out the window. I'm just like, let me just speak on all of my curiosities. It was fun though. I had a good time with myself. I think it's so important to go to places and just sit and just have a good time. Especially them being like nicer places. I was originally just gonna go to Panera Bread and just eat there. And I was like, that's so lackluster. I'm taking myself properly out. So I did. I had a good time. I highly recommend. And I'm not just gonna go next time because I got into a fight with my boyfriend. I'm gonna go just to enjoy myself, just to celebrate me. Because I feel like, I don't know if I said this already, but the only person that is gonna, this is so dumb. It's one of those things where it's like, duh. One of those thoughts where you have that you're like, I don't know if that's profound or if that's insanely stupid because we all are very much aware of this. But I was thinking the other day, I think that introverts have the upper hand at life, at having a quality life, simply because I feel like extroverts live out their experiences with other people and are so focused on community and like appealing to community. And sometimes I get in this idea, in this perspective of like, I only want to dress up, do things, I don't know, like present myself well when I'm around other people, because I care about the way that they perceive me. Whereas like I'm the only one who's going to remember my existence fully, like 100% of the time. So why not put the effort into showing up for myself every single day and taking myself out on dates and looking good every day? I try to look good as best as I can, like as often as I can. So I don't think I'm lacking in that department, but I think I'm lacking in the idea that like I want to push myself to do things just simply for myself because I'm the only one who's going to remember all of my memories and to be there for my whole life. Like, it sounds so disgusting and so dumb, but I feel like I need to push myself and do more extravagant, fun, special things that make me feel like my life has value when I'm alone and not when I'm with other people. And that's why I took myself out on a date. Um, I talked about how I'm going to do a video on the introvert experience and dealing with loneliness versus like just being an introvert, but I might do that next video. I don't know. We'll see. If I do commit to it, I hope to see you in that one. And I hope that you are inspired to make YouTube casual again the way that I am trying to. All right.